Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about the CFS, which is Content Filtering Services in SonicWALL. SonicWALL offered content filtering services that enables this device to act smarter than other devices. Now, first let's know what is actually CFS. It is a filtering based on contents. Like normally when you block a website using a domain name or IP addresses, then of course there is a chance that user can access that website using some other ways. But based on content filtering, you can actually block that website not based on the IP address or the domain name, but you can block that website, actually those kind of website based on the contents. Like if you want to block proxy servers, then you can choose a category which is proxies and hacking. That will block every domain or every website that has those keywords. So let's go to that console right now. Right now there are two versions in SonicWALL. Actually, two firmwares. One is a SonicWALL 5.8.04, which looks like this, as you can see. In this system, when you go to the website blocking, then you can see CFS filter list, CFS Premium, CFS exclusion list, etc. So CFS can be found under website blocking in the older version of firmware, but if you go to the new version of the firmware, which is this, then let me scroll down. You will see all the new options. More or less it is same, but this content filtering can be found under security services. If you can click on content filter, then it will refresh the page and it will show you. See. And one more thing, it has to be subscribed by the client. If you subscribe to this, and then you will see the server is ready and subscription expire on this and this date. So let's start from the older version, which is this website blocking. I will go through quickly just to give you an idea how to do it. So let's go to the content filter list. Okay. You see, in the settings, you will see enable CFS server failover, which is actually a kind of clustering or load balancing, you can say. If one CFS server goes down, then it will automatically redirect you to another one. And the second option is enable HTTPS content filtering. Let's see what it says. It says HTTP content filtering is an IP and hostname based HTTPS, but HTTP content filtering can perform redirects to enforce authentication or provide a blog page. Like if you enable this option, then before accessing any HTTP website, the user will get a prompt to enter username or a password to go ahead. And then this, if server is unavailable for 5 seconds, block traffic to all website, allow traffic to all website. You can choose any one of these options. If you choose the first option, then if the CFS server goes down, it will block everything. Users will not be able to access any website, but which is not a standard practice. So we'll allow traffic to all websites. And then the next option is if a server marks URL as blocked, then what action you should take. First, block access to URL and the log access to URL. These are two options. If you uncheck the first option, then it will not block the access to the website, but it will log a record in the CFS log file that this URL was blocked, but it was accessed by this and this user. Okay, let me go to the configuration. So this is there is only one policy which says default. Mostly we configure that default policy only. We do not create other policies, but of course you can go to this and you can add CFS policy. You can name it, let's say ABC, then you can select which category you want to block or which category you want to allow, And in settings, you can disable allow domains or enable for forbidden domains, etc. So these are the default settings. But of course, the best is you should not create any CFS policy unless or until there is a requirement. So we'll go by the default policy. So the default policy, this is for the edit this entry. Entry is basically as edit this policy, and this icon is for delete. So let's click here and I will show you. So see, the name is default policy, and then the URL list. URL list, basically these all are the available categories defined by content filtering services. If you see violence, hate, and then nudism, pornography, weapons, adult mature contents, these all are categories. And these are not offered by the SonicWALL, but this is an international standard database on CFS server, which maintains the list. Of course, if you believe that there is a website which was not categorized as, or maybe incorrectly categorized, then you can click on this link. You can see in the mouse, and you can submit your request or report. So you can select any one of these. You can select advertisement or etc. anything, and then you simply click on OK. But let's go to settings. This is custom list settings. You see this option, enable safe search enforcement. If you enable this option, then this will be applied on the search results. I mean, no one would be able to access any contents which is blocked here. But if you don't enable this, then those contents can be displayed as a result of search results. But if you enable this as well, then the users will not able to see those search as well. Okay, let's. This is all about the policy. So let's go to the CFS exclusion list. This is when we need to enable some policies for specific IP range or specific unit or department. Then we can specify the IP addresses. Like we have a unit which is using IP addresses from, let's say, 10.11.40.20 to 10.11.40.35. So we can add that entry. And after entering, you can click on add IP range. Of course, it will not allow because we have to fill some entries, right? And then go to this CFS custom category. See, if you remember, then I showed you the available categories, which is nudism, pornography, and all that. But if you believe that those categories are not enough for you, then of course you can create one custom category. You can name it let's say my ABC or my policy. Then you can select any of these. If it's not ready, then code says, and then you can contents. Content could be keywords like let's say porn, hacking, etc. Then click on add, and then you can click on add, and then it will be all done. But we are not going to do this right now because it's not for trial. So this is I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, let's go to our main field which we need to do, which is allowing a domain when it is blocked by the category. See, if a category is blocked, let's say if a category is, let's say if hacking and proxies are blocked, but you want to allow some websites to be accessed by users, then you can add that website, right? Like www.proxy.com, and then click on add. See, you can use semicolon to add more than one domain. Or if you have a list, then you can import that list as well. You see, when you click on import, then it will another pop-up will appear, and you have to click on choose file, and then you can select the text file actually, and then you can open, and then you can import. That's all. The same applies to forbidden domains as well. Though you have blocked everything, but still you see that users are able to access some website, then you can manually block those websites. Okay, this is what. And then let's go by keywords. You can block websites by keyword as well, like proxy, sex, hacking, porn, heart. You can add many many keywords, and you can block the website based on those keywords. Again, you can import any file. If you have those lists in your system, then you can import that, and then click on import. That's all. This option is used when you want to block ActiveX, Java, cookies, and any like access to HTTPS proxy servers. If you select this, then of course this SonicWALL is going to block every ActiveX available on every website. In the same way, okay, and then let's say consent. Consent is basically it is to limit the access to the internet, to the website. You can define it by minutes, right? And you can define the idle timeout as well. And then you can give a custom or a filtering page. Again, based on IP addresses, you can add the IP address list, and then you can update. And H2 is another. It's another. You can say another option to do this all task that we mentioned, but that uses a server, remote server. And then WebSense, again, it's again an option which is used to do the same task, but not on the SonicWALL, not in this device, but it will use another server available on the internet, or it can be available in your network as well. Okay, and this is the options which are available in the website blocking. In the older firmware, which is SonicWALL Enhanced 5.8.0.4. Let's have a look to the new firmware. In this, you will find this under Security Services Content Filter. Let's say, click on Content Filter. It says service ready. As I told you, you need to subscribe. And again, if you click on this, then you will see only two options, no N2, H2. So with the new firmware, it only gives you an option to use CFS of WebSense Enterprise, sorry. And these policies can be applied via user or zone, as well as using application rules. So you can select app rules, or maybe you can select zones, it depends. And in this new, the interesting part is that you can access everything on the same page. You don't need to go another pages or not. Let's say for trusted domains, you don't want to block Java, ActiveX and all that, then you can select this option. And of course, you can add these trusted domains as well. It's a demo services, so it might be slow. Okay, let it open, and we will go to another website, another options. It says CFS exclusion list. Do not bypass CFS blocking for administrators. If you select this option, then even administrators will not be able to access those websites which you have blocked. Or you can, of course, you can enable this if you want to have some exclusion list. Again, they're based on IP addresses and all. You can specify a range, that's a 10.11.40.20. Okay, and the same, let's say it's 10.30. Then you can click on add. Of course, it will not allow us to add because it's a demo version, but you can do that. Then custom category, as I mentioned in the older version, you can always create a custom category if you are not satisfied with the categories offered by the CFS server. Let's click on Add. You see, it is actually same, except the view and GUI. That's all. That's the only difference. Okay, let's go to the service and we'll choose CFS and we'll click on Configure. Okay, let's go to CFS. Here you can see all the options which we went through. I will go very quickly. It says enable HTTP content filtering, enable CFS server failover. Of course, these two options which we have seen in the last firmware, block traffic to all website if CFS server goes down. If you are marked as forbidden, then you can block access to URL or you can log access to URL. Let's go to the policy. It says default policy. Of course, you can click on it, configure, and you will see all the options that we went through. Policy name is default, and then you go to URL, then you will see all the list. You can choose select religion, shopping if you want to block, or websites related to shopping, and then you can vehicles, travel, multimedia. You can select as many as, or if you want to select all, then you can simply click there. Then go to settings. It says source of allowed domain. It should be none. Then source of forbidden domain. These are the policies, actually global policies. Again, it's an option that enables safe search enforcement, which will enable the users to search only the safe contents. Actually, the search results will not show any content from the website which is blocked under these categories. And last, go to the custom list. If you have blocked everything, but of course you want to allow some website, then you can add here. Let's say www.out.com. See, in the same way you can block some access as well. This is just an example. Then again, keyword, SX, hot, on. You can add and you can click on add. Of course, it will not, again, as I told you, it's a demo version, so it will not allow us to add. But you can click on add, and then again you click on OK. That's all you done. Go to custom list. You can do that job here as well. Allow domain, forbidden, keyword blocking, and all that. Consent is the same. To allow access, if you enable it, you can specify the time, 15 minutes, the URL, IP addresses. That's all. You are done. This is how you can configure your CFS service in SonicWALL, which will allow you to block any website, to allow any website to block websites based on the contents, etc. Thanks for watching. More videos you can access on techative.com. Thank you.